Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to our Get Astrologic Now YouTube channel. And today I want to talk about career. How do you predict career in someone's chart? How do you predict when someone will get that job, that promotion? And the house that you're going to be looking at is going to be the 10th house. Now, the 10th house is the career house, but also the 2nd and the 6th house. These are actually the houses that are called the Artha houses, and they're the houses that deal with money, career, and our work. So generally when Jupiter, transiting Jupiter, goes into one of these houses, it's aspecting the other one. So if you have Jupiter transiting into your 10th house, it's automatically going to be aspecting your 2nd house of money and your 6th house of work. But let's differentiate what these houses actually mean and how they relate to your career. The 6th house will be more work, but it also deals with our work conditions, our daily activities around the workplace, employees and co-workers. So this is a very important house concerning work. And the 2nd house, of course, will deal with the money, the income that comes from the job, the career. So automatically, as I was saying before, Jupiter will be aspecting all 3 houses when it's in one or the other. The next planet to look for is going to be Rahu. And Rahu is a planet that gives, but usually has a price to pay. So it gives, but there's going to be more work. You'll spend less time away from home. But it's still a magnet for bringing things into your life. And remember that Rahu also casts trines, just like Jupiter does. So if you get Rahu in the 10th house, it's going to be aspecting the 2nd and the 6th as well. So this is a real powerful position to have Rahu in the 10th, the 2nd, or the 6th, to have Jupiter in the 10th, the 2nd, and the 6th. And the other planet that will bring hard work and our karma into our lives is Saturn. And remember, the karakas, meaning indicators of, or that do the best in the 10th house, are going to be the sun. The sun casts no shadows in the 10th house, and this is career opportunities. So when you see the transiting sun come to your 10th house, that will be the month that is most likely that you're going to get that job or the promotion that you're looking for. But generally, if you're looking for a job, you want to note the month that the sun comes into your 10th house. Okay? And then again, the sun, Saturn. Saturn is relative to the 10th house in the event that it is the ruler of Capricorn. Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac. Therefore, Saturn is extraordinarily strong when it's in the 10th house. So once again, I said the sun, Saturn. Jupiter, that's an indicator for success, and it's a karaka for the 10th house. And last but not least, it's Mercury, because you have to have good communication skills when you're in the job place. But I've often noticed that people that have the sun in the 10th house, often tell them, you're going to have your own company, you're going to be your own boss, because you don't work well for other people. You are always in control, and you always know that you know more than the boss. Therefore, you should always have your own business if you have the sun in the 10th house. It's a very powerful position anyway. Another planet that I have known to be extraordinarily successful for people is when they have Mars in the 10th house. Oh my God, Mars in the 10th house will give people career success, especially if it's with Rahu. I have seen some of the most successful people in the world with this combination, Mars, Rahu in the 10th house. And even Mars, Jupiter, but when you put this combination together, this breeds success. And also remember, one of the yogas that is for career success is called the Chandra Mangala Yoga. And that is when you have Mars and the moon aspecting completely, either conjunction or opposition. That's the only way that you can have a full aspect between Mars and the moon. When you have that, this breeds career success. This is natal in your chart. So people that have that are always successful with work. And it doesn't even matter what house it's in. but whatever houses they're in will tell you what area that you should be working in. Let's say it's in the 6th and the 12th. That would tell you that medicine and healing is your profession. If it's in the 4th and the 10th, this could be even real estate, because the 4th house deals with real estate and building and things like that. So there's certain things to look for, but all the planets aspecting the 10th house are very important in terms of being natally placed there. But when you're looking for a job to come into your life, you want to look at the transiting planets aspecting your 10th house and the ruler of the 10th house. So depending on your ascendant, the planet that rules your 10th house is very important for your career success and when jobs and opportunities will come to you. But most of all, remember that whenever Saturn and Jupiter both aspect a house, that this is going to be opportunities that come to you, because when both Saturn and Jupiter aspect a house, this is manifestation. Jupiter gives the opportunities and Saturn gives the discipline that manifests it. So we're looking at the transits, for example, Jupiter's aspect to the 10th house and Saturn's aspect to the 10th house. Rahu. So many people are wondering when the best job will come for them. I'm going to tell you to also look at transiting Mars, because Mars is the activation point. So really, you're looking at planets, the many aspects coming together simultaneously, aspecting the career house, plus the sun. Remember, the sun is your ability to lead and be a leader. And that's why people that have the sun in the 10th house end up owning their own company and business. So, and then all the planets relative to being placed in the 10th house will indicate what type of career you're supposed to be in. And those that have the moon natally in the 10th house many times can be famous for what they do. So, especially if you have a Cancer ascendant, because the moon rules the first house when it's in the 10th house, this will represent fame in what area of work that you take on, or just recognition in your field. So let's talk about Venus in the 10th house. If you have Venus in the 10th house, this would be along the lines of art or creativity. Many people are in the clothing business, fashion, or they do something artistically, maybe with film or entertainment. This is all a Venusian type field. And Mercury, this is somebody that's incredibly strong with communication skills. It could be in PR, it can be in commercial or trade, something with sales. That's a Mercury type position. And if we have Mars, my God, you're going to be successful no matter what. Very powerful. Rahu can sometimes represent electronics, computers, or travel in the extreme. So I'm talking still about the natal chart right now. K2 in your 10th house. That means that you change your job a lot. You don't have a consistent job, or that your job is very, very unusual. Now, always remember, when you're looking at a chart, to look at Chandra Lagna. That means look at the moon as the ascendant, see what's 10th from the moon, okay? That's important, as well as looking at your ascendant. This will give you more clues. And when you're looking at the transiting planets, do not forget to look at the transiting planets from your moon. So as the planets transit from the moon and they go 10th from your moon, this is career opportunities as well. But always look at when the sun's going to be there. That's 1 month out of the year. This will give you opportunities for career success as well. So even when we look at the outer planets, I've made some of my most brilliant predictions using outer planets. You have Uranus in the 10th house. This could be someone that's an astrologer. Or it can be someone who flies for a living, does a lot of travel and computer work. But something that's outside the box, something that is not the norm. It's unconventional type work, something that's not ordinary. That's going to be Uranus in the 10th house. Neptune in the 10th house. This could be somebody that's highly creative, maybe with music, with art, or even somebody that's in the oil business. I've seen some of the most powerful people that deal with oil and gas and are, billionaires with Neptune in the 10th house. And Pluto. Pluto is complete power in ruling over. This could be politics. So Pluto gives extremes in power. So even when these planets are transiting this house, they will be there for a long, long time. And this will indicate the many changes and disruptions. So remember, if you have Ketu transiting your 10th house, you're going to change jobs most likely within that year and a half. Because remember, wherever you have Rahu and Ketu is where the eclipses fall in a chart. Wherever the eclipses are going to be the point of most radical change. So within this past year, I've known many, many people with Capricorn as their ascendant to change jobs within the past two and a half years. Why? They had Saturn and Rahu in the 10th house. So you'll see that when you get a combination of planets together in a house, this will create results, and this will be predictive work. And this is a predictive tool that I'm giving you right now in terms of understanding your career potential, what you should be doing, and also when to predict when career opportunities, promotions, or that new job will come. So with that, if you would like a reading with me, you can always go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Thank you.